Honorable Bob, you touched on a very, very important issue. We need a big, major conversation in this country. Nigeria has no election season any longer. I said earlier that in Ghana, they conducted only 3 by-elections between one general election and another. In our own case, even before the midterm, vacancies have now occurred in 21 constituencies. But not only that, we also have 8 governorship elections conducted off-cycle. So the commission is conducting elections virtually all year round. We have little time to recover our senses and begin to plan for the next election. For instance, in the election year 2023, we conducted 3 off-cycle governorship elections. The registered voters in some of the states is actually bigger than some of the countries in our sub-region. In Edo State, for instance, with 2.5 million registered voters, they have more voters than the Republic of Liberia. So a governorship election in Ondo is like, Edo is like a governorship election in Liberia. The state with the smallest number of registered voters in Nigeria is Ekiti. Ekiti has more registered voters than the Republic of Gambia. And it has more registered voters than Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde put together. So conducting election in Nigeria is huge. Then we come to the issue of cost of conducting elections. I'm going to say 2 things briefly, because I will speak to this in greater detail when I present our proposals for 2025 on the conduct of elections. But I think the second thing to say is that these are fresh elections, the by-elections, the off-cycle governorship elections, involving the whole gamut of the processes, including conduct of party primaries. Has to be done about it. What are the reasons that we think something has to be done about the budget? For instance, the 40 billion has not taken into account activities, particularly elections that we are going to conduct in 2025 or make substantial preparations for the elections in 2025. And let me enumerate them. We have already released the timetable for the Anambra governorship election. Party primaries for Anambra State will begin on the 20th of March in the next 2 months and will end on the 10th of April. And there's no provision in the budget for the Anambra governorship election. And there will be many other activities leading to the election in November. Secondly, the area council elections in the Federal Capital Territory, the only part of the country where INEC conducts local government elections. There is no provision in the 2025 budget for the area council elections holding in February next year. Although it is holding in February next year, virtually all the activities will have to be conducted in 2025, including the conduct of primaries and the nomination of candidates. According to the law, parties must nominate candidates for the election not later than 180 days, 6 months before the date fixed for the election.
Okay, that are right within local government headquarters, about 59 of them. How many, in this 125 billion, how many have you provided for? Taking into account that we have only this year and part of next year.
We want INEC to be really independent. And when they have shortages like this, what they fall back to, you said it does not cover most of the local government. But most of the local government at the end of the day run to the council chairman to get support. And these are things we should avoid. And in a situation where they have no choice, they just want to run their office. And they think it's still official. And they will go and ask for support. Please assist us. And to make INEC really independent, we should ensure that they get their budgetary requirements so that they will not be tempted to go handicap